Okay, so I didn't want to do a video on this one because this is actually very common. I've done this many times before with a bunch of different women, and to be honest, me telling this story, well, this was probably my most embarrassing one out of all the times I've done it. And if you read the title, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But before I get into the video, make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, on top of that, I am live on Kick streaming and telling crazy stories just like this one live. So you want to see me face to face tell these insane stories, go to kick.com/Bubba and follow me there, and I would just, well, tell you embarrassing stories, I guess. Also, not to mention, thank you guys all for the amazing support the last couple of weeks. It's been insane. And other than that, let's get straight into this insane story. What is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to another insane story. So today's story takes place back when I was actually in high school. So back when I was in high school, I had this girlfriend. Now, she was actually my girlfriend and someone that I actually connected with. No, she wasn't a sneaky link, and no, she was not a friends with benefits. This was actually a girlfriend that even my parents knew about. Now, me and her, we liked each other a lot. We went out a lot, we hung out a lot, we always go around for late night drives. You know, the romantic stuff that most couples do. But like most couples, obviously me and her, we never really had places to do the devil's tango. Because since my parents knew about her, I always had to basically leave my door open every time she came over. And same thing goes for her house because our parents are very strict like that. And obviously we had to obey the rules. So the only place where we didn't have to obey the rules was outside the house. So I remember basically me and her, when we were out and about, we would always do it in the most randomest of places. For example, the mall roof, to doing it, you know, in the forest, even the back of a movie theater. Like, we've done it in so many places to the point where I'm not gonna lie, one day I should probably bring her on here to tell her side of the crazy story, because we both did some pretty extreme stuff. In a way, she was like my dynamic duo, the devil's tango queen of some sorts. Actually, that is very crazy to think about. Wow, maybe I should bring her on. You know, if this video gets more than like 10,000 likes, because this is actually insane, then probably I will. Anyways, going on from there, I remember one time me and her, we ended up meeting up at school because we were in high school at the time. And I remember I walked up to her and told her, hey, babe, today I'm gonna go buy some new shoes. Is that cool with you? Oh yeah, can I come? Is what she said afterwards. And obviously, one thing I realized is that I was whipped, meaning that I could never ever say no to my own girlfriend, which I mean is a good thing, but at the same time, it could be a really bad thing. Going on from there, I remember after school that day, me and her, we ended up meeting up and we actually ended up going to the mall. We went to the mall and I went to the shoe store that I think we all know and love. I'm not gonna say the name because I actually don't know legally if I can say the name. And basically, I ended up going in there and getting a pair of Air Forces. I got a really nice pair of black Air Forces. I really liked them. And to be honest, I was in that high school phase where I guess curb stomping with black Air Forces was popular for some reason. I have no idea. But going on from there, I remember I bought a pair and I started walking around the mall with my girlfriend. From there, she basically started talking about how, you know, we should get matching shoes one day and all that stuff. And I agreed and I thought it was going to be cute. And then one thing led to another. She ended up holding my hand. Now, when my girlfriend gets touchy, or sorry, my ex-girlfriend, I should say now, when she usually touches me in a weird way, it kind of symbolizes, hey, I'm kind of in the mood. I don't know why. This is the only girl that's ever done that. And to be honest, it was pretty awkward. But I remember from there, she ended up basically grabbing my hand. And at that moment, she said, Bubba, we should go like somewhere. Where do you want to go? Is what I asked her. And then she ended up telling me, I don't know, like just think of something. You always do it anyway. Sure, is what I said. So I remember we ended up going to a couple stores and I saw one store that basically, you know, was just an average store. We ended up going in there and there was a lot of clothing. It was like a normal retail store, nothing crazy. And one thing I saw was basically change rooms. Now, if you guys read the title of this video, yes, you guys know what's about to go down. Basically, I told my girlfriend, okay, go pick out a piece of clothing. And basically, she ended up grabbing 2 shirts and 3 different pairs of pants. The reason she grabs so many different types of clothing is for a certain reason. And that reason is because it's more convincing for how long you have to be in the change room for. So after she grabbed the clothing, I remember we ended up actually going straight for the change rooms. She ended up telling the person, okay, I'd like to try these on. Oh, sure, here's a change room. And she ended up getting a change room and going in there. Me, at first, I sat outside. She came out with one outfit, showed me her outfit, and then afterwards, she went back inside and made the call saying, oh, like, Bubba, can you help me out in here? I remember I looked at, the lady that was controlling the, front area where, who tells you where to go when you want to go change to a change room. I looked at her first and she said it was cool for me to go in and help her out. I went in there and she did not need help. All she needed was just me, my eggplant, and I. So from there, I remember me and her, we ended up doing the Devil's Tango at the change room. Like literally in there, we started doing it. It was actually kind of insane. So from there, as me and her were doing it, it got a little awkward, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, I was enjoying my time. And I want to say after like 7 minutes or so, out of nowhere, a person knocked on the door. And that person was the person at the front desk saying, excuse me, what are you guys doing in there? You guys have been in there for a while. If she needs any help, I can help as well. I ended up looking at my girlfriend when she said that she wanted to help as well. And my girlfriend started laughing and so did I. Who knows? Maybe it was possible to have a threesome in that bathroom. I mean, sorry. Okay, sorry. That was a bad joke. YouTube, don't demonetize me on that one. Anyways, going on from there, I remember I started laughing and so did she. And at that point, I think the lady in the front knew something was off. So she ended up calling security and one thing led to another. As she left the change room area to go get security, she ended up putting her clothes on as fast as she could. Exactly, to be honest, 2.5 seconds for her to put on her pants and shirt, surprisingly. I mean, it took me only 1.2 seconds to put on my pants because that's the only thing I took off because that's all she needed. And basically from there, we ended up going straight towards basically the exit and boom, easy peasy cake. We got out of there. We ended up running away and basically getting out of there. So you guys probably thought the story ended there. Well, no, actually, because like the title says, I did get caught. And the way I got caught was basically, I remember we ended up walking around the mall and for some reason, there were security guards at every exit. I don't know why. I found it weird because all we did was the Devil's Tango. But apparently it was illegal in some sorts. I have no idea. But one thing led to another. There's a security guard that saw me trying to head to my car and going through an exit, and he stopped me and said, hey, I need to talk to you. I ended up going with him, and my girlfriend ended up actually trying to leave, ended up getting called in as well. So we both got called in, we sat down, and let's just say we had our parents call us, and we basically got in trouble. We didn't get banned from the mall, luckily. I've only been banned from the mall once, but that's a story for a different time. But yeah, all I did was get in trouble, which is never a good thing. Anyways, guys, that is basically it for today's story. Make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And like I always say, just follow for more embarrassing but yet crazy stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.